The Godfather, 1972, a cinematic masterpiece that has profoundly influenced the landscape of film. With its intricate narrative, compelling characters, and an ensemble of exceptional actors, the movie delves deep into the complexities of family, power, and loyalty within the Corleone crime family. Over the years, we've bid farewell to several talented individuals who brought this iconic story to life. Today, we honor their memory and celebrate their enduring contributions to cinema. Richard Conte portrayed Emilio Barzini, the calculating and ruthless crime boss in The Godfather, at 61 years old, bringing authority and quiet menace to the role. Unlike the more impulsive mobsters, Barzini was strategic and methodical, orchestrating the downfall of the Corleone family. His cold demeanor and sharp intelligence made him one of the film's most compelling antagonists. Born in New Jersey, Conte started in theater before rising to fame in film noir and gangster roles. Diverging from actors who sought mainstream Hollywood stardom, he built a reputation in crime dramas, starring in The Big Combo and Thieves Highway. Rather than fading from the industry, he remained active in film and television until his passing. He passed away on April 15, 1975, at 60 from a heart attack. His presence, intense, controlled, and unforgettable, ensured his legacy as one of cinema's most iconic mafia figures. Abe Vigoda portrayed Salvatore Sal Tessio, the loyal yet ultimately traitorous caporegime in The Godfather, at 50 years old, bringing depth and quiet authority to the role. Unlike more aggressive mobsters, Tessio was patient and calculating, making his betrayal of the Corleone family even more impactful. His final scene, where he realizes his fate, remains one of the film's most memorable moments. Born in New York, Vigoda had a long career in theater and television. Diverging from actors who sought fame through versatility, he became known for playing wise and world-weary characters, later achieving comedic success as Detective Fish on Barney Miller. Rather than fading into obscurity, he remained a cultural icon, often joking about false reports of his death. He passed away on January 26, 2016, at 94 from natural causes. His presence, serious, humorous, and always memorable, secured his place in film history. James Caan portrayed Santino Sonny Corleone, the hot-headed eldest son of Vito Corleone in The Godfather, at 32 years old, delivering a performance filled with energy, intensity, and raw emotion.
Manoj, hey, 100 button men on the street 24 hours a day.
Unlike his calculated father and reserved brother, Sonny was fiery and impulsive, reacting with violence and passion. His explosive temper and protective nature made him both dangerous and endearing, leading to one of the most brutal and memorable deaths in film history. Born in the Bronx, Caan studied acting at Hofstra University before breaking into Hollywood. Diverging from actors who stayed within a single genre, he excelled in action, drama, and comedy, starring in Misery, Elf, and Thief. Rather than fading from the industry, he remained a strong presence in film and television for decades, earning respect as a Hollywood legend. He frequently reflected on The Godfather's impact, recognizing it as a defining moment in his career. He passed away on July 6, 2022, at 82 from a heart attack. His presence, intense, charismatic, and unforgettable, ensured his legacy as one of Hollywood's most versatile and beloved actors. His portrayal of Sonny remains one of cinema's greatest performances. Share your favorite memory of his performance in the comments below to honor his legacy. Altieri portrayed Virgil the Turk Sollozzo, the cunning and ruthless drug dealer in The Godfather, at 42 years old, bringing an intimidating and calculating presence to the role.
There, Don Corleone. I need a man who has powerful friends.
Unlike the more traditional mobsters, Sollozzo was a businessman first, willing to make alliances or eliminate enemies without hesitation. His composed yet menacing demeanor made him one of the film's most intriguing antagonists. Born in New York, Altieri had a natural ability to play villains, often portraying gangsters and criminals in films like The Getaway and Mr. Majestic. Diverging from actors who sought varied roles, he leaned into tough guy characters, earning a reputation for his commanding screen presence. Rather than pursuing a lengthy Hollywood career, his life was cut short. He passed away on October 18, 1975, at 47 from a heart attack. His performance, intense and unforgettable, cemented his legacy as a standout villain in crime cinema. John Cazale portrayed Fredo Corleone, the tragic and insecure middle son of Vito Corleone in The Godfather, at 37 years old, delivering a performance filled with vulnerability and quiet desperation. Unlike his strong-willed brothers, Fredo was weak and eager for validation, leading to his ultimate betrayal. His emotional breakdowns and desperate attempts to prove himself made him one of the saga's most heartbreaking characters. Born in Massachusetts, Cazale had a short but remarkable career, appearing in only 5 films, all of which were nominated for Best Picture. Diverging from actors who sought fame, he focused on deeply emotional performances, starring in Dog Day Afternoon and The Deer Hunter. Rather than enjoying decades of success, his career was tragically cut short. He passed away on March 12, 1978 at 42 from lung cancer. His presence, haunting, raw, and unforgettable, ensured his legacy as one of Hollywood's most talented character actors. Richard S. Castellano portrayed Peter Clemenza, the loyal and charismatic capo regime in The Godfather, at 38 years old, bringing warmth and authenticity to the role.
You got it to a boil, you're shoving all your sausage and your meatballs? Huh?
Unlike the more ruthless figures in the Corleone family, Clemenza had a jovial personality, balancing his violent duties with humor and wisdom. His delivery of the famous line, "Leave the gun, take the cannoli," became one of the most iconic moments in film history. Born in the Bronx, Castellano gained recognition for his naturalistic performances. Diverging from actors who sought action-packed roles, he excelled in playing relatable, larger-than-life characters, including in Lovers and Other Strangers, for which he earned an Oscar nomination. Rather than chasing Hollywood stardom, he was selective about his roles, which led to his absence in The Godfather Part 2. His portrayal of Clemenza became a defining performance in mafia cinema, influencing generations of crime films. He passed away on December 10, 1988 at 50 from a heart attack. His presence, warm, commanding, and unforgettable, ensured his place as one of the most beloved figures in the Godfather saga. His role remains a cornerstone of mafia cinema, leaving a lasting impact on the genre. Sterling Hayden portrayed Captain Mark McCluskey, the corrupt and violent NYPD officer in The Godfather, at 50 years old, delivering a performance filled with authority and intimidation. Unlike many of the film's villains, McCluskey was not a member of the mafia but still played a crucial role in the corruption surrounding organized crime. His shocking demise at the hands of Michael Corleone marked a pivotal turning point in the film. Born in New Jersey, Hayden had a complex and fascinating life beyond acting. Diverging from traditional Hollywood stars, he was a decorated World War II hero, later becoming disillusioned with fame. Rather than embracing celebrity culture, he pursued a passion for sailing, even writing acclaimed books about his adventures at sea. Despite his success in films like Dr. Strangelove and The Asphalt Jungle, he often spoke of his contempt for acting. He passed away on May 23, 1986, at 70 from prostate cancer. His presence, commanding, rugged, and unforgettable, ensured his legacy as one of cinema's most compelling character actors. His role as McCluskey remains a defining part of The Godfather's gripping narrative. Before we continue, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to keep celebrating the legends of cinema. Now, let's honor one of the most iconic performances in film history. Marlon Brando portrayed Don Vito Corleone, the wise and feared patriarch of the Corleone family in The Godfather, at 47 years old, delivering one of the most legendary performances in cinema history.
When did I ever refuse an accommodation? All of you know me here.
Unlike many on-screen mob bosses, Vito Corleone was not driven by greed or violence, but by loyalty and family. His soft-spoken yet commanding presence made him an unforgettable figure, earning Brando an Academy Award for Best Actor. Born in Nebraska, Brando was a revolutionary force in Hollywood. Diverging from actors who conformed to the industry's expectations, he embraced method acting, bringing an unmatched depth to his roles. Rather than settling for conventional stardom, he challenged the system, often clashing with studios and refusing to play by Hollywood's rules. His impact extended beyond film as he was a vocal activist for civil rights and Native American rights. He passed away on July 1, 2004 at 80 from respiratory failure. His presence, magnetic, groundbreaking, and iconic, ensured his legacy as one of the greatest actors of all time. John Marley portrayed Jack Woltz, the arrogant and influential Hollywood producer in The Godfather, at 64 years old, bringing intensity and realism to the role. Unlike the Corleone family, Woltz was an outsider, believing his wealth and status made him untouchable. His stubbornness and cruelty led to one of the film's most horrifying moments, the infamous severed horse head scene, a warning he would never forget. Born in New York, Marley had a long career in film and television. Diverging from actors who sought traditional leading roles, he thrived as a character actor, earning an Academy Award nomination for Love Story. Rather than fading into obscurity, he continued working until his final years, leaving a lasting mark on the industry. His ability to portray ruthless authority figures made him a standout in Hollywood. He passed away on May 22, 1984 at 76 from heart problems. His presence, intense, memorable, and commanding, ensured his place in film history. His role in The Godfather remains one of the most shocking and unforgettable moments in cinema, forever associated with the brutal nature of power. Rudy Bond portrayed Carmine Cuneo, one of the powerful mafia bosses in The Godfather, at 58 years old, bringing a tough and commanding presence to the role. Unlike the Corleones, Cuneo was aggressive and confrontational, making him a dangerous rival. His brutal demise in the revolving door assassination scene remains one of the film's most striking moments. Born in Pennsylvania, Bond built a career in film, television, and theater. Diverging from actors who pursued leading roles, he specialized in character acting, appearing in classics like A Streetcar Named Desire and 12 Angry Men. Rather than chasing Hollywood stardom, he focused on creating memorable supporting performances that added depth to his films. He passed away on March 29, 1982 at 69 from heart disease. His presence, rugged, intense, and unforgettable, ensured his legacy as a masterful character actor. His role in The Godfather remains a chilling reminder of the brutal world of organized crime. If you love classic cinema and want to see more tributes, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more. Al Martino portrayed Johnny Fontaine, the troubled yet talented singer in The Godfather, at 44 years old, bringing charm and vulnerability to the role. Unlike the Corleone family's hardened criminals, Fontaine was a performer struggling to maintain his career while relying on mafia connections. His plea for help to Don Vito resulted in one of the film's most iconic moments, demonstrating the Corleones' influence over Hollywood. Born in Philadelphia, Martino was a successful singer before turning to acting. Diverging from actors who built their fame through film, he was already a music star, known for hits like Spanish Eyes. Rather than pursuing an extensive acting career, he remained focused on music, though his performance in The Godfather left a lasting impact. He passed away on October 13, 2009 at 82 from a heart attack. His presence, suave, memorable, and authentic, ensured Johnny Fontaine remains an essential part of The Godfather's legacy. Morgana King portrayed Carmela Corleone, the devoted matriarch of the Corleone family in The Godfather, at 42 years old, bringing quiet strength and warmth to the role. Unlike her powerful husband and sons, Mama Corleone stayed in the background, embodying the traditional loyal wife who upheld family values. Though she had little dialogue, her presence was essential in showing the emotional foundation of the Corleone family. Born in New York, King was an acclaimed jazz singer before stepping into acting. Diverging from actors who built their careers in film, she was already a musician, celebrated for her distinct voice and performances of A Taste of Honey. Rather than pursuing Hollywood fame, she remained devoted to music but left a lasting mark with The Godfather. She passed away on March 22, 2018 at 87 from non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Her presence, graceful and heartfelt, ensured her legacy as a gifted singer and a memorable part of The Godfather's world. Lenny Montana portrayed Luca Brasi, the fearsome enforcer for the Corleone family in The Godfather, at 45 years old, bringing an intimidating and raw presence to the role. Unlike the more refined members of the family, Brasi was a brute, feared for his loyalty and ruthlessness. His nervous speech before Don Corleone was not acting. It was Montana's genuine anxiety, making the scene even more authentic. Born in Brooklyn, Montana had an unusual path to Hollywood. Diverging from traditional actors, he was first a professional wrestler and bodyguard for the Colombo crime family. Rather than a long film career, his real-life mob ties gave his performance chilling realism, making Brasi one of the film's most unforgettable characters. He passed away on May 12, 1992, at 66 from a heart attack. His presence, intense and unforgettable, ensured Luca Brasi's place in cinema history as one of the most fearsome enforcers ever seen on screen. Salvatore Corsito portrayed Amerigo Bonasera, the desperate funeral director in The Godfather, at 59 years old, delivering one of the film's most iconic opening scenes. Unlike the Corleones, Bonasera was an outsider, reluctantly seeking justice through the mafia. His trembling voice, pleading eyes, and hesitant delivery made his performance hauntingly realistic. Born in Italy, Corsito had limited acting experience before landing the role. Diverging from traditional Hollywood actors, he was a real-life Italian immigrant and a stage performer, which added authenticity to his portrayal. Rather than pursuing a lengthy film career, he took on only a handful of roles, preferring a quiet life away from the spotlight. He passed away on April 6, 1999, at 89 from natural causes. His presence, solemn, desperate, and unforgettable, ensured his role as Bonasera remains one of the most memorable openings in cinematic history. His performance perfectly set the tone for The Godfather, adding depth to its powerful storytelling. Richard Bright portrayed Al Neri, the cold and calculating enforcer in the Godfather series, at 39 years old, embodying quiet menace and unwavering loyalty to the Corleone family. Unlike the brash Luca Brasi, Neri was disciplined and methodical, making him even more terrifying. His character arc, from a disgraced police officer to Michael Corleone's most trusted hitman, was chillingly effective. Born in Brooklyn, Bright had an extensive acting career spanning decades. Diverging from actors who stayed in mainstream Hollywood, he took on grittier, independent films, often playing tough, streetwise characters. Rather than fading into obscurity, he continued working steadily in film and television, appearing in notable projects like The Sopranos and Marathon Man. He passed away on February 18, 2006 at 68 after being struck by a bus. His presence, intense, controlled, and lethal, ensured Neri's legacy as one of the most ruthless figures in the Godfather saga. Though these actors are no longer with us, their performances remain immortal. Their voices, their presence, their passion continue to resonate in every scene, captivating audiences old and new. If this tribute touched you, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to join us in celebrating the legends of cinema. Share your favorite memories of these actors in the comments below. Until next time, we honor their legacy and remember the stars who made The Godfather an enduring classic.